Welcome to my channel, Frugal Living, where I offer simple tips, tricks, and resources. Today I'm going to share with you 5 free budgeting apps. If you're interested in that, stay tuned. Thanks for joining me today as I talk about 5 free budgeting apps. I got started on this whole conversation because my husband and I are doing budgeting through pen and paper and not really consistent with it. Some months we were really good about it, and other months we kind of struggled. So I was looking for something where we can both be able to get access to the budget at the same time without having to go and find a piece of paper or get envelopes or any of that. I know that stuff works really well for a lot of you out there, but I wanted to find something that was easy for us. So because I was trying to look for something for me, I thought there would be people out there that would also be able to benefit from some of these budgeting apps. So I did my research. And these are the 5 top choices that I found, and I threw in one of those that I think would help some people, and I hope that I can use it at a later date. All right, let's get right into it. Number 1, Mint. I used Mint in the past. I used it when I was single. I struggled to use it and be consistent with it, but I've heard really good reviews about the Mint app. The thing about it is the pro of it is you can split transactions. Like, let's say you go to Walmart and you get eggs, you get some Tylenol, you get diapers, because I have a little one. You do those type of things, and if for some of the apps, it all lumps it together as a purchase. Whereas with Mint, you can split it up. You can put the eggs to groceries, you can put the diapers to baby care, or however you want to break it up. But you can do that in a separate transaction so that everything that you purchase doesn't get lumped together on one transaction. So that's pretty cool. The con is that with those of you who have privacy concerns, you do have to put in your banking and checking information into the app, and it takes the tracking from your debits and the purchases that you make. So you kind of have an idea on how you're doing with your spending. If you're a person who struggles with what you're spending and knowing how much money is going where, this would be a great app for you because it helps to track your spending. Number 2, EveryDollar. I have heard a lot of awesome recommendations for the EveryDollar app. I personally have used it online. I've never endeavored to use the app. It is a free app also. The thing about this is it's from the zero-based budget model from Dave Ramsey. You're basically telling every single dollar where it needs to go. There is nothing left over at the end. The pro of this is that every dollar has a place to go. The con of this, if you're somebody like me, you get a little nervous with the idea of having zero. So if you're someone like me, usually what I did when I previously used this was I had a couple of maybe $200, $100 cushion that I would kind of keep in the account just for my own personal sanity of not liking to see zero in an account. Okay, so that's one way to do it. I've heard a lot of good recommendations of this. I personally, I'm leaning towards trying this one just because I previously have done the online version of this. It is free. If you want to do premium, you can do that for $129 a year. Number 3, Goodbudget. This one I don't know a lot about, but with the research I did, I saw it mentioned more than once. It's free. It's based on the envelope system. So if you're a person who loves to do the envelope system, that is also something I personally have tried. For me, it was great, but if you're somebody who's a lazy budgeter, and I have to admit, I can be a lazy budgeter, you have to go to the bank and get the money and do all that. With Goodbudget, if you're a lazy budgeter, this is great because the app essentially does the envelope system for you. What's good about it is that multiple users can also access it. So that's something that I'm looking for, something that my husband can download the app, I can download the app, and we can both have access to our budgets. The other thing that's another pro is that you don't have to sync accounts. So if you're the type of person who doesn't want to sync your bank accounts, this is a great app for you. If you're a type of person who doesn't want to have to do all the legwork of putting your budget down exactly what you're spending, this is not the app for you, because since you're not linking in your accounts, you're going to have to do all the legwork that some of the other apps are doing for you. Number 4, Personal Capital. This is one I personally haven't used, but when I brought it up to my Instagram community, this app was mentioned. It's good for those of you who are more advanced in your financial knowledge and understanding. I'm not quite there yet. So for me, I personally probably wouldn't go with this one. But if you're advanced with your knowledge of budgeting and money management, you're involved in investments, you want to get in with your retirement portfolios and things like that, Personal Capital is great because it's an all-around app that kind of is able to bring those other things into it, which is great. If you're somebody who's new to budgeting and you're just like, I just want to start this and be consistent, and I'm not new to budgeting, but I know that I've currently gotten a little lazy with it, so I'm looking for something easier than that. So I probably wouldn't go with that one. But if that's not you, you're advanced, go with that. Number 5, Albert app. This is something I'd never heard of. It was not mentioned on in my Instagram feed community. They did not bring this up, but in my research it was mentioned. I don't think it was mentioned twice. I only saw it mentioned once, but I thought it sounded pretty interesting. This is best for people who don't want to think about budgeting. This is for the lazy budgeter. So that's why I kind of thought about this one, because it tracks your spending. It does everything for you. And it even you can allocate certain amount of savings per month. You're putting in your account information, and it is taking out however much money for savings that you want. And it puts it into an Albert savings account. So if you're a person who struggles with savings, you can say, hey, I want to save $5 a month. It goes from $5 to $30 a month. You can save each week if you would like. You may start small and say, hey, I want to save $5 a month. It will take out that money and put it into the Albert savings account, which is insured up to $250,000. So that's another good option. If you want to go to the paid version of this, which is the Genius account, generally it costs around $4 to $6 per month. And that is where you can even ask for their financial advice. You type in text, maybe something like, do I have enough money to purchase a new car? And it can give you the answers based upon the information you have entered into the app. All right, I hope you enjoyed those 5 budgeting apps. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming content I have to you. And of course, I'm wearing my merch, the Saver t-shirt. If you're a saver and you want to get this shirt, make sure you click that link in the description and pick one up. All right, last but certainly not least, happy savings.